My name's Rhiannon and I'm the Active Autist. As the title suggests, I'm autistic. I have been on a fitness journey where I've lost over 100 pounds of my body weight. I'm not at the end of my journey yet, this is still, I'm partway through. But something I want to do is to share my journey with people because I think that it's important. When I was starting my journey, I couldn't find anybody who ticked those boxes of being autistic, having ADHD, a late diagnosis where you're trying to understand who you are and why you feel certain ways. Sometimes if you are very large like I was, part of it, it's so hard to get started. You feel like this journey is huge. I couldn't find somebody to follow who I thought had been through this journey, and that's why I've created the Active Autist. I think that it is something I should share because I could have really done with this as a resource and something to look at whilst I was starting my fitness journey. I was walking my dog with my partner and she was quite out of breath. We started talking about being out of breath and what that means, and I had this realisation that I could not remember the last time that I was out of breath. It was odd because back then, so 2 years ago roughly, I had a horse. I didn't ride, but the mucking out, the poo picking in a paddock, all of these things that I thought were using my body, being quite active. I also walked the dogs. Now I could walk up the stairs fine. Yeah, I was big, I was a big person, but I didn't realise that I hadn't been out of breath in so long, right? So it's an odd one. I felt like I was quite active and fit, and if I had had to rate fitness from a 0 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10, I probably would have put myself at around like a 6 or a 7, because that's genuinely what I thought. But when it came down to it, I could not remember the last time that I was out of breath. I mean, we're thinking, so I'm 32. I think when I was having this conversation, I was about 30. I think the last time that I was truly out of breath would have been at school in PE. And I hated PE, it was horrible. But that was probably the last time. Other than some horse rides when I was in between then and now, that doesn't mean that you're fit. So just because I was walking with my partner was out of breath and I wasn't out of breath, didn't mean that I was fit. Didn't mean that she was unfit either. It kind of goes both ways. But actually, when you think about the fact that your heart is a muscle and I haven't used it, my muscle of my heart was just not pushed. To have a healthy body, you have to push your muscles, otherwise they deteriorate, right? In life, I have a partner, I'm married, we're very happy, we've got beautiful boys, the dogs. I don't have children. I like my life. I don't want to end my life early. I had this realisation that unless I work my heart, my life is not going to be as long as it could be. It's quite scary when you think about that. At my biggest weight, nearly 24 stone, I think I was 23 stone and 13 pounds. That's what I found written on a post-it note. I was so disappointed or shocked by that number that I felt like I needed to record it somewhere, so I wrote it on a post-it note. And B, I forgot it in my mind, because something with the way my autistic brain works is when there's something I don't like, if I go through an experience, I'm very good at just shutting it away somewhere, putting it in a cupboard and trying just never to think of it again, which usually ends up with me forgetting it. It's kind of good, kind of bad. Yeah, I was big. Looking back at photos, so I have lots and lots of before and afters, and I'm going to do another video about the importance of taking photos, but looking back, I looked morbidly obese. I was, my BMI off the charts really, being serious, which is fine. And there's nothing wrong with that if you are that person. But for me, the realisation that my life might end prematurely or quicker, that's not okay. It wasn't okay for me. So I embarked on a fitness journey, and so far I've lost over 100 pounds. I think I've got to about 110. I'm not having a diet break, and I've not really dieted. I've done this all through exercise and going to the gym. I've been mindful of my nutrition, I would say, but I haven't dieted. I've been working my body, pushing myself in the gym, doing cardio sessions, doing some home workouts, I've had personal trainers, and I feel so much better in myself than I ever imagined I would. My heart is healthier, and my body fat is less, my body composition is different. I just feel better. People often, when they've lost a big amount of weight, people will say, oh, I bet it was hard to walk up the stairs. I didn't think it was hard. Honestly, if you'd asked me when I was nearly 24 stone, if I struggled to walk up the stairs, I would have said, hand on my heart, no, I can walk upstairs fine. Now, looking back, I struggled. I didn't realise I struggled because my struggles were normal. My normal was being heavy. My normal was being overweight. So my normal going up the stairs was normal. Yeah, I didn't jump up from the floor if I sat on the floor with the dogs, but that was normal for me. Looking back on it now, I struggled in a lot of aspects because of my weight. Not just in clothing, but like walking up the stairs. I didn't realise I struggled. Getting in and out of the shower, I used to kind of have to like balance my weight on my back foot to sort of get the momentum to get over the bath. We have one of those over the bath showers, and I didn't realise that I used to struggle to get in that, but I did. Looking back, I see it. Just my all-round confidence is so much greater, even though I always thought I was confident. It's that weird thing. I thought I was quite fit. I wasn't. I don't know why I thought that, because I didn't get out of breath. Kind of contradictory thing going on there. But I've done it, and I'm going to share my journey as to how. I want to break this up into little bite-sized chunks. That gives you an idea as to who I am and what I want to talk about. You're watching this and you're one of those people that are on my Facebook and sent me a message. Thank you, honestly, from my heart, because it's your messages that have given me the confidence to decide that I'm going to do this channel and make these videos. I think there's so much power in sharing knowledge and sharing a journey, especially one that doesn't involve any medical intervention. If you do that, it's fine. This is not a video to berate you for your decisions, but for me, they weren't options. And I think it's important to share my realness and my journey. I am going to commit to sharing my journey, the ups and the downs. I'm going to talk about how I hated exercise, because trust me, I hated it. How I worked out what it is that I hated, and then how I sort of overcame that. Now, honestly, I love going to the gym. I go every day, and if I don't go, I feel it in my head. I love working my body now, and there are so many reasons why. If this is something you're thinking about doing and you want to start your own journey, I think you should hit the subscribe button. Look out for more videos. I'll link the next one somewhere in here. Come along with me and learn how to embrace your neurodivergence, neurodiversity, in a way that can make you feel comfortable in the gym too. So I want to help people unhate their own fitness journey. If you've stuck with me all this time, thank you. I can't wait to record more of these and share the journey and the story that I have. If it helps just one person, honestly, that's all I'd like. Thank you, and look out for more video tips from me. And you can also check out my blog, of course, which is theactiveautist.co.uk. Yeah.